Hey everybody, welcome back to my summer car. This is episode 5. I'm Caledonius. I have done a lot of grinding over the last couple weeks, a lot of driving around in the poo truck, sucking poop. It hasn't been super fun, but I just kind of chip away at it, a couple hours, a day and all that kind of stuff. And got it sorted out. We've got about 48,000, which isn't enough to buy everything in the catalog, but it's pretty close to buying all the stuff that we need the catalog to finish the car the way that we want to finish it. So let's just jump in right away and see how it goes. That. So it is Monday. It's been a couple weeks. Um, I rearranged the garage a little bit. I haven't touched the car at all. I don't want to touch the car at all until we start doing stuff together. Got all this sorted out. We do need to get gas. That's the one of the things. We're going to be going to the store, so we should take the gas can with us. If I leave it in the garage, I'm not going to bring it with us. Okay, so these are body parts. We've got what, 48,000? Play with 48,000. Um, so that's three. Yeah, so that's about 4,000. We only need one set of rims. 6.5. Don't need any of this stuff. By the wheel and the tint. So that's another 600, so 6,600. Another, so 9,000, 10,000, 200. Um, 12,000, 13,000 pretty much. So this is the one we want to get with the nitrous kit. So that's 10 grand right there. Plus, that's 12 grand plus the radiator there. It's expensive. None of this stuff is required. We can buy that stuff later. None of this is required either. I do want to get the hood, but none of this other stuff is necessarily required. And I do want to get one set of rims. Do we want to go offset or no offset? Essentially, is the deal here. These ones up here for 2,500, those are offset or not offset. Sorry, meaning that um, the wheel is further in, so you get less wheelbase or width, wheelbase width, um, compared to the offset ones, which are offset so that the center of the wheel is further inside the rim, pushing the whole tire itself further outside of the car. So I personally would want to go with the offset ones. So that's what I'm going to do. Um, this wheel up here in the top left corner, I don't ever really use, but it's nice to have. For 300, I don't think it's necessarily important. We can grab the tachometer, the extra gauges. Don't really need the sound system. I don't use it. I mean, could buy it, but for the money, I'd rather make sure that we can buy this other stuff first, like the racing flywheel, racing exhaust. Let's too bad it doesn't give you like a running total. Nitrous. This carburetor. Did I accidentally click on this carburetor? Okay, good. I did not. Racing radiator. This wheel is the wheel that I use. And we get the seats and the harness and the shocks. None of this stuff is required. If we were going to spend any more money, which I don't recommend we do, I mean, get like the black wrap and maybe this and this. This. Okay, that's it. That's all we're getting. At least for now. We're gonna have to order some other stuff later, but we're gonna get this. Hopefully we have enough money. If we don't have enough money, we're gonna have to come back to the store later. Once we do like 1 or 2 more jobs. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But I didn't really plan this out or do any math, so we got our wrench set. I don't think I showed you guys. So this is the ratchet set. Compared to the wrench set that we had before, you guys saw. These are sockets. So you select it and you hit F to switch between left and right, or forward and back. And then you can scroll whichever way you want. And it's faster. Scroll is faster. So that's great. Fantastic. We got some paint here, so we're going to paint the car here pretty soon. I think this is the color that it is currently. We're going to also build the dash and get all the interior in. I want to get this run done first because... Oh, it's almost nighttime. We're going to do some sleeping here after we drink and have a cigarette and stuff, so... We'll talk while we have a cigarette. And a whiz. Maybe a shower, too. Cigarette, whiz, and shower at the same time. So, as I was saying, we're going to go down to the store, drop off this letter. We're going to skip the time, because why would we wait? This is the second time we've had to do an order, so we know how long it takes. I put the order in on Monday, and I picked it up on Wednesday. So it takes 2 days. It's the same thing with Flateri. We'll call you back in a couple days. So that's good. Got all that done. And we're gonna take a sleep here, quick. Got a phone call? Gonna have to check the mail as well. It is super dark still. So we're gonna work on the car for a little bit until it gets bright out. Then we'll go and do the thing. So we're gonna drop the letter off, obviously. What we should do is probably put the dash in and the steering and stuff. So let's do that. Take a little bit of bug spray. Gonna just chuck this on the ground in here. So the two bolts that we're looking for here, I think they are this guy. Yes. Just gonna tighten those down. I like the ratchet because there's no way to screw it up. You're gonna either tighten it or loosen it depending on what F you hit. If you hit F once, go forward. If you hit F twice, you go back. So that's in there now. So the steering column's in. We are going to then put in the brake line. We'll do the brake lines really quick. They're actually a lot easier than I thought they were going to be. You know, when I heard that they added brake lines and clutch lines and stuff, I was like, sounds like that's going to be a pain in the ass. That's actually not too bad. So we got clutch master cylinder here. Just going to put the clutch master cylinder in and add it there for a second. It's just, there we go. And we're also going to put the brake master cylinder in. We can find it. Parts. That's strange. Has it disappeared or am I blind? Oh, it's right there. I am blind. They just faced it so that it didn't recognize it right away. Bam. Okay. So here now. We have the right socket already. So let's just tighten this down. Tighten these down. And this game is built in a way that, like, the bolts that are around each other will never be the same. So you don't have to worry about, like, loosening one thing when you mean to loosen another. You know what I mean? That goes in there like that. Tighten this down, but we'll get the clutch one as well because it takes the same bolt. Put that in there. Okay. Now, I think it's one size larger, but as you can see, there's no way that I'm going to be able to put my socket on this nut. Like, there's no way I could put my socket on there. And you're right. This doesn't work. So we have an 8. I think it's a 9. So we're going to need to get rid of this and grab this. I think it's a 9. Maybe it's 10. $11. No. 8. I think it's 8. Could be 8. Because it's a spanner and a spanner only nut. No. 7. So it is one less than the master cylinder. So there's one for every line, and there's a line for every wheel. So there's going to be... Oh, that's not necessarily true because there's a proportioning valve over here that you have to tighten up. tighten this one down too as well for the clutch. Tighten this one down as well. So there's 2 on the brake master cylinder, 2 on the clutch cylinder as well. And there's, what is that, 4 on this one. There's also another nut on the end of this clutch line that you have to tighten once the engine is on. So you have to remember to do that, which I'll remember to do, so we don't have to worry about that. I'll tighten. It's tightened. Okay, so now we have to do the ends of the wheels. So where is it now? This one here. That one has to be tightened. And this one as well. We got to do the ones for the back wheels. This is why I brought it in here. The ones for the back wheels, I think, are joined together. That's for the e-brake. I think the one back wheel is right. Oh yeah, it's right there. Tighten that in. One on each side. Tighten that in as well. We'll have to tighten in the emergency brake once we get the cable in. But that's once we start doing the interior, we'll get all that stuff in. So the brake lines and the clutch lines are done. That easy. As far as I know. We did this one, right? Or we did. Yes, we did. Okay. Right, so that's all done. Clutch line done. Brake line done. Now, we want to continue along this train. Can put the dash in. Then we can tighten that down. The ratchet set. There's only a couple of things that you have to use the socket set for. The brake and clutch linings are definitely one of those things. Tighten that down. Also tighten this one down. I don't think there's another one. No, it's just those 2. They are tight. So now we gotta make a decision. So we bought the tachometer when we ordered our stuff from the catalog. So I'm gonna put the clock in. We have a clock here. This way we always know what time it is. This clock. There. And we don't have a radio just yet. We've got this crappy radio. And we can chuck it in there because we don't have the subwoofers and stuff yet. Which is fine. We will eventually get the subwoofers. And the radio and all that stuff. But for now, it's non-important. We don't really need to spend the money on it. So once we do a couple more jobs, I will be able to afford those luxury items, as well as the performance items that we need to get the job done. Maybe I should do an order that's just the performance items. Do that one first, but also have another order that has a bunch of other stuff on it that we can do after. That way we at least get the performance stuff that we need. But I think I've already done that pretty much. So I think this goes with the smallest one. No. Second smallest. Oh. Third small. Number 7. Come on. Mouse is a little bit too sensitive currently. So now that the block's tightened in, just chuck that in there. You ain't going nowhere. Where are you going? Nowhere. That's where you... Oh shit. Going backwards. That's where we're going. Got no emergency brake to tether the car, so... Pushing it forward slightly. With the dash. Okay. So it's just these 2 bolts here that are holding the dash in. Nothing else really. Just two bolts in a dream. Let's see what bolts are holding it for 6s. That's always good. Okay. So that's done. So now the next thing we can do, like get the gas tank in. That would be a good idea. The gas tank's over there. So got the dash in. It's looking nice. We can put our dash cover on now. Oh, look at that. Oh. Moleskin. Smells fresh. Yeah, okay. So we'll take our toolkit with us. We'll go down here. And I like to put it kind of resting against the bumper like that. Makes it easy to make selection. If you don't knock it over with the gas tank. That. Okay, so now we need to figure out which one it is. That one. What do you know? I am the Bolt Whisperer. I don't think we're going to get to go to the store today, which is fine. We'll get a lot of the body stuff done. But next episode, I think we're going to have to go to the store, drop the letter off, do the instant postage, bring that stuff back, start building the engine, put all the specialty stuff on. You could even take some of the suspension apart, replace it with the better suspension, that kind of thing. All the stuff that we can do and still get it inspected. Alright, so we got the gas tank in. Put the hose for the gas tank in. Go the handbrake in. Wouldn't happen to have that bolt. Don't. We can also put the shifter in. Which I believe right in front of me. Just can't pick it up because I don't have my hands. I'm not a human, I'm a mechanic. Okay, so now we just gotta grab the kit. Small one. 6 or a 5 or something like that. Be a 7. Okay, so it's an 8. Let's tighten these down. We got to get the roll cage fitted eventually here. We got to budget some money for that. I think it's going to be like 4,000 for the roll cage or something like that. So we're going to have to get that later. But we're not going to have seat belts that work. Well, I guess these seat belts will work. I don't know if they work with the bucket seats or not. So we might not have seat belts. We're working seat belts for a while. So we can afford to get the roll cage put in. Okay. So we got the shifter in. We got the emergency brake in. We can start putting some of the panels on. Got a couple minutes left. Let's put on. Let's also put lights on. Okay, so we're just gonna gas at the side. It's a little bit. Gotta tighten these screws on the boot lid. There was one I skipped. Sure. That one's gonna be it. Like, which one is it gonna, like, there, it looks like it's a sizable bolt. It's not gonna be 13 though, is it? Okay. Let's just go up. Oh, okay. It looks large, but it's actually small. She said. Okay. So that side. The lights don't actually have any securing bolts, as far as I know. Back ones don't. They just kind of sit in there. Put the back bumper on. Here. Sometimes this game just has to be babied just right. Yeah. Alright. Well, back bumper doesn't want to go on. It refuses. More sewage. I should probably do that job before we go down to the store. It's in town here. It's in Lop or Lope or whatever. You get a lot of them right around here and around here, around here. So. Alright, but I was hoping to get the back bumper on before this or the video ends. It wants to. Funny too, because it's not even like a hard part to put on. Okay, well, we'll have to do it next time. Well, I appreciate you guys watching, and thank you very much for the likes and subscribes and stuff. And don't forget to follow my Twitch channel as well. I'm always on there doing different stuff, including this. Not this file specifically. I have another file specifically for Twitch. But I do appreciate you guys watching. And
Hei, olen Simo Kumppanilehdestä. Minulla olisi juuri sinulle ainutlaatuinen Kumppanilehden tarjous. Tämä uskomaton tarjous on voimassa ainoastaan tämän viikon ja ainoastaan sinulle henkilökohtainen.
That was weird. Okay, either way. Yeah, until next time. See you later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos and you want to support me, subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. And also follow me at my Twitch at twitch.tv/Caledonius. Till next time, see you later.